Hey, YouTubers. So, this may be my most shocking video of all time. Yes, my most shocking video of all time. I will get right into it. So, I am a 34-year-old virgin. Yes, I'm not kidding. I'm not shitting you. I am a 34-year-old virgin. Now, you might say, Smoking Essie, what the fuck? You might say, how in hell's name could you be a 34-year-old virgin? First off, a lot of the trolls, the idiot trolls, might say, you don't even look 34 years old. Well, yes, I am 34 years old for the last damn time. I don't have to show my ID on camera, so I am 34 years old. But a lot of people might say, how in hell's name, how in God's name are you a 34-year-old virgin? And the answer is, I am. I've never had sex before. I have never had sex in my life. I've never had sex with a girl, a big-ass girl like the Big Ass Cigar. I am 100% straight. I'm not bisexual, I'm not metrosexual, I'm not pansexual, I'm not asexual. I have never had sex in my life. I've never had sex with a man, never had sex with a woman. I've never had sex in my life. It's just something that I've never really been interested in. So you might say, well, what do you mean by that? You're not interested in having sex. Aren't all, younger men horny as hell? And the answer is, I don't have as much of a desire as other people. So let me explain. I've never had a girlfriend. Never had a girlfriend aside from like a little puppy love in like elementary school. Aside from that kind of crap. Never had a girlfriend. Never had a boyfriend. Never had any kind of relationship in my life. And believe it or not, I'm actually happy. I am actually happy. I'm not ashamed of saying out loud on camera that I'm a 34-year-old virgin. I'm not ashamed of that. People are like, well, that's pathetic, dude. That's, fucking pathetic, dude. Wow, that's so pathetic, dude. You've never had sex before. You never get to experience a real pussy, dude. Whatever. It's like, it doesn't appeal to me. It's like, it's something that has never really entered, my radar. It's like, believe me, I find women attractive, big-ass women like the Big Ass Cigar. I find them attractive as much as the idiot trolls think I'm gay. It's like, I find women attractive. I find women with the big boobs, the big-ass boobs like the Big Ass Cigar. Women with the luscious blonde hair, the luscious dark hair. I find them attractive, but I've never had a relationship with a girl. I never had a girlfriend. I'm not married. I'm single. And I think for the indefinite future, I will be single. I will be single-ass like the Big Ass Cigar. So, no interest in getting married. No interest in having a girlfriend. No interest in, starting a relationship. It's like, I think it just makes things too complex, and people are like, wow, Smoking Essie, you're 34 years old, you're missing out, dude. You realize you're a third of the way through your life. You've never had pussy, dude. It's like, whatever. It's like, it's something that has never really appealed to me. So, I mean, all teenagers are horny to a certain degree. It's like, but myself never really had any real interest in actually, approaching a girl and saying, hey, you want to come back to my place? No interest. It's like, I don't know. I hate to come off as being disappointing, but just not something that really appeals to me. Anyway, that's about it. So I am a 34-year-old virgin. I am, proud to say I'm a 34-year-old virgin. Anyway, have a nice day. Bye-bye.